Taoyuan Airport, Sunday afternoon, super empty. Hey, Flavortown. I'm going to the largest crypto convention in the world, Consensus. It's a 4-day event, at least so they say, in Austin, Texas, and I'm traveling from the other side of the world, from my current home in Taipei, Taiwan. And you're going to want to stick around until the end because you're going to learn how much money is thrown around at crypto conventions, how to get into crypto parties without having to pay for a ticket, how to get full value from attending a crypto convention if you do pay for a ticket, and a whole lot more. This was actually my first crypto convention and I learned a lot, and I hope you will too, even if you have no plans in the future of attending a crypto convention, because maybe you'll be able to use some of this information for other stuff. This is 8 things I learned from attending a crypto convention. Number 1, the exhibitions and panels at Consensus were excellently curated. Everything seemed like a very high quality project, and you did not see a lot of trash coins out there. There wasn't too much of the pump and dumpers, there were a lot of builders out there, and after talking to most projects on the exhibition hall floor, it was very exciting to see what all these different projects were building. Now, if you compare Consensus to some other lower quality crypto conventions, you are likely not going to see that same level of quality. So that's one thing about Consensus. There are so many people that want to be a part of the event and sponsor it and get their brand out there that they can curate a very selected list of higher quality projects. Now, building up on that, we're going to go into point number 2. These conventions make a lot of money. Since there is a lot of demand for these projects to exhibit what they have or talk about their project, the price for them to showcase that can be very high. So let's look at some of the pricing they had for Consensus depending on what the project wanted to do or advertise. Different Shirt Dan here to talk more about the cost, because projects aren't just spending money on sponsoring the event and being a part of several other events within the convention. They are also paying for staff members to show up, to put them up in hotels, pay for food and other expenses. So going to a crypto convention can cost a lot of money. Now, this money could be coming out of the treasury or the marketing budget. And whenever you are investing in a crypto project, you also have to consider, are they using their funds wisely? Now, Consensus being one of the bigger events, probably a good investment, but in a bear market, maybe not so much. Number 3, there is a lot of swag in the exhibition hall. This is just memorabilia, t-shirts, souvenirs, hats, coins, just a lot of different things you can get for free from all these vendors in the exhibition hall during Consensus. Now, I did pick up a lot of merch, and I mean a lot of different merch, because it was my first crypto convention and I wanted to share the experience with people in my Discord community. So after collecting probably over $1,000 worth of merch, I mailed that off to full value Discord members who were US residents, because shipping internationally is very expensive and it's not something I plan on doing. But I thought it was a nice way to reward people in my community. And you can join that community too if you like, and if you are a brand that wants to give things away. I know people who like free stuff. Now, here's the pro tip. A lot of the swag is gone the first day because these vendors are just giving them away. So if there is a specific shirt size you want, like medium, which was in very high demand, I highly recommend getting as much swag or merch as you want on the first day in the morning, because by the second day, they could have given everything away by then. So keep that in mind next time you attend a crypto convention and you really want to get that merch. Number 4, learning about a lot of different crypto projects. It was very easy to learn about things quickly due to the exhibition hall. You could just go there, you could talk to someone at the booth, and you can quickly learn about the project and ask any questions you may have. Now, I really enjoyed this. It was a lot of information, but if you want the highest quality information, you're going to want to go in the morning and get that from people who are still fresh. Because by the end of the day, people have been talking about their project the whole day, having the same conversation over and over. They're not going to want to talk about it anymore. And this is something I experienced at the end of the day from multiple booths. People are burned out. So the first day, the first morning, that's when you're going to learn the most about a project. The second morning, maybe not so much. People might be hungover from some of the after parties, which brings us to point number 5. There are a lot of parties. Some of them you need a ticket to. Some of them are for free. When it comes to a big crypto convention, there are a lot of events surrounding it, so I highly recommend checking out online what kind of side events, what kind of parties, who's coming to town, and seeing if you can attend that event for free. I also found sometimes if you just show up, they'll let you in if the party is not too busy, even if you don't have an RSVP, even if you aren't a badge holder. So it's always worth a shot. And at these parties, there's a lot of networking. Most of the time, it is open bar and food is served. So if you are just very cheap and just want to have a good time, fill your stomach with some alcohol and food, definitely check out one of these parties. I went to Consensus to learn a lot, and I met some other YouTubers. One of them happened to be Alex from Tactical Investing. He's now one of the founders of Fraction Mining, which makes it easy to mine Bitcoin. If you want to get involved with mining Bitcoin and in a very simple and easy way where you can just own an NFT, own that hash rate, and claim any Bitcoin mining rewards or other cryptocurrencies, I would recommend checking them out, and links are in the description. We also ate at P.F. Chang's, and I loved the orange chicken. Now, whenever I am in the US, I absolutely have to eat at Panda Express because I need that orange chicken. Orange chicken is delicious.
It is good though, orange chicken. It's delicious.
And that's not something available to me in Taiwan. Number 6. Whenever there is a big crypto convention, there are going to be smaller conventions or meetups before or after that big convention. So whenever there is a big crypto convention, look around online to see if there are any other events happening as well, because some of those might be free or significantly cheaper than that big event, and that just creates more opportunities for potential networking, learning new things, getting merch, and potentially some free food and drinks. Number 7. Cryptocurrency convention tickets are very expensive, so if you do attend, you're going to need to get your full value out of that. That could come in the form of knowledge, merch, or networking. I kind of find those as the top 3, but there are also ways to get a cheaper ticket as well. These conventions also offer discounts for students, or sometimes you can find a promo code online, so I recommend researching it, but I don't think everyone needs to attend a crypto convention, so keep that in mind. And number 8, this is actually the most valuable one because you get all the quality information from attending the event for free. Soon after the crypto convention, they post all the videos online. At least that's the situation for Consensus. So if you go to the CoinDesk website, which is the host of the Consensus event, you have access to every panel from the convention completely for free. Now that you learned a lot, I also like complaining, so I'm going to talk about the things that sucked at Consensus, because there were 4 big points that I'd like to cover. Now, Consensus was marketed as a 4-day event, but on day 1 and day 4, nothing really happened. The exhibition hall, which everyone can attend, even if you have a general admission pass, was only open on days 2 and 3. I thought day 1, the exhibition hall was going to be open, so I'd have early access with limited crowds to talk to a lot of different projects. That was not the case. So day 1 and day 4, a complete waste. You only need 2 days at Consensus, and if you are going to pay that premium, just know you will very likely not get 4 days of value from that pass. Now, a lot of people do get that VIP pass because they get into networking events, they get into the lounge, but I found that it wasn't worth it. Number 2, some speakers were remote only. There were some speakers that I wanted to see in person. Now, all the marketing material for Consensus never mentioned that it was going to be a remote presentation because that's not as exciting. I could just watch him on YouTube or online or some kind of a streaming site. But I wanted to maybe potentially meet some of these people in person, and some of the more prominent speakers that I was looking forward to only appeared remotely. Number 3, on-site registration, a complete mess. You had this line that was over an hour long, just winding through this small building. There's a lot of chaos, and it just seemed very inefficient. And if you are paying that premium, you kind of expect more convenience. Now, that is just a first world problem that I would not go through again. If I ever go to Consensus again, I'll probably try to get in with a student pass, which I hear you can get if you have a student email address. And the last thing about Consensus was that the maps were poorly made. It was hard to find panels just because of the different levels in the convention center. Some were outside the convention center, and it was very hard to plan out a day if you wanted to see multiple panels. And that's it. Those are the things I thought that sucked. Those are my complaints. It's a very first world problem. I don't think I'll be attending Consensus again due to the amount of effort and the price point. And yeah, I think it's easier to learn about projects online. I feel like these projects are spending too much money on conventions. They really should be doing things that bring value to investors. Potentially, that's what they did by networking and building partnerships. But if they're there just to throw money around, that doesn't look good. If this video was helpful, as always, I'd appreciate it if you liked the video. If you want more content like experiences regarding cryptocurrency, let me know in the comments. Also, check out the Discord community, follow me on Twitter, and other links are in the description. Alright, and with that, I hope you got your full value for today.